Okay, well, it's not 5 o'clock and we haven't had a game. It's been postponed here. Mark, get your immediate reaction to that.
Well, obviously disappointed for Hampton, who have done an amazing job of the pitch, and all the supporters. I wanted to just to say a few words because I can honestly say, in my 26 years in football, I've absolutely no idea why the game's called off, and nor is the ref. The ref cannot show me or Hampton where the pitch is unplayable. We had to keep calling him back. And I've asked him a lot why it's unplayable. The ball bounces and moves all over the pitch. We're just videoing it now because obviously we'll make sure we have to do a report on the officials. We're videoing the pitch now, including showing how much he said there's some standing water. There's no standing water. He said that, I said, can you define why you think it's unplayable? He said, well, the ball's going to skid. I said, well, that's called rain. So I'm really disappointed because so much goes into these games, planning, especially for the home club. I've never seen the pitch in such good condition. The pitch is entirely playable. It's not Hampton's issue one bit. Unfortunately, like we tend to in football all the time these days, it is entirely down to the officials, and they have not given a satisfactory reason at all, and not even been able to show us what part's unplayable. They walked around shaking their heads, finding reasons not to play it. I can honestly say, and I'm sure anyone here will back me up, the pitch looks fantastic. It's wet because it's been raining. It's called football, right? And unfortunately, we're in an era where, there's even, you even struggle to get officials that understand the reasons for which you can call the game off. So I'm really disappointed with them. We'll report them to the FA. That's the bottom line. We'll send the videos in, and hopefully their coach or whoever helps them can advise them on as to why they've made such a big howler for the home team. All the revenue lost for the game, all the inconvenience to fans travelling here twice on a pitch that wasn't even negligible. It wasn't even negligible. The game should have been on. Total waste of everyone's time. And you know what you get the whole time in football these days is people that don't understand the laws of what's going on. And today this is literally a shambles. So that's where we are, mate. So day off. Sorry to all our supporters.
Yeah, and obviously what we'll try and do therefore then is encourage as many people to come back for that game that gets rearranged. So obviously it won't be on a bank holiday like today, but it'll be a Tuesday night, but we'll still try and get the same amount of numbers up here.
Yeah, the officials should pay for them all to come, really. Do you know what I mean? Or the FA or something, because, I think there's observers here, but I don't know, they could just, the pitch is totally fine. Yeah. He's called the game off because he walked around shaking his head with his mates, shaking their heads. But all the time, the ball was bouncing and moving. There's nothing wrong with it. Listen, I can tell you now, categorically, one thing I do know is whether a game should be on or off. And been doing this a long time, 1,200 football matches, and this pitch was entirely playable. Unfortunately, the officials have cost everyone a lot of time and effort and money, and Hampton as well, a lot of income. So that's where we are. But that's what you have to get used to in football these days. Annoyingly, that's where we are.
Okay, thanks, Mark. Yeah, we've certainly played on and encountered much worse conditions than this.
It's totally fine. It's literally totally fine. It's a shambles. It's totally fine. So it's just unbelievable. The thing is, you get a lot of young officials now that honestly just don't actually understand. I know that I could put phone calls into people that I really respect, officials that would absolutely understand this game is entirely playable, but this is what you're up against, unfortunately. So apologies for all the fans, and that's where we are. That's where we are.
Perfect. Okay. Obviously, back at home against Bath at the weekend.
Yeah, if we can get there to support the boys, that'd be great. Obviously, definitely be a benefit not playing, won't it? In that respect, we've got plenty of gaps in our calendar to play this midweek game. We've got a lot of boys returning. Listen, in terms of our injuries and where we are as a club, this game being off, I'm not going to die in a ditch for. I'm like, yeah, okay, no problem, right? I'm more disappointed for the time hassle of the home club and the away club. And it's just a disappointing when people don't understand the rules and the laws of it all.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks very much, Mark, and we'll see you on the 4th against Bath.
Cheers, mate. Cheers, mate.